Alex and Dave, welcome to Provost Profiles. I'm really excited to talk to both of you today. This is the first time we've had two people at the same time, two students, and the first time we've had a father and son. Looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you.
First of all, where are we? Where are we today? Where is this place?
Well, this is the rare books room in the Jenkins Library for the Architecture College, and it's not a room that I guess gets typically used. So it's actually my first time in here. So it's kind of interesting to see some of the books and see what they have here.
Maybe you could each talk a little bit on the kinds of things that you're doing here in the college, because you're not at the same space in your careers, right? One of you is a graduate student, one's an undergraduate. You both start at the same time.
So I'm an industrial design major. So a lot of times when I tell people that, they're kind of like, what's industrial design? And so the easiest way to explain is it's product design. Home goods, furniture design, vehicles and appliances, what people use in their day-to-day.
And it's one of the things I think is really cool about this school. I, like many people, thought of architecture in a very confined kind of way, and then was able to see some of the products that students have designed here, which are incredibly cool. They are sometimes, as you said, they're things that you use every day, sometimes really specialized items, but the focus on the design aspect is different. I want you to tell me a little more about your story. You got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, both in areas where many people would die to get an engineering degree, right? They think that would be the culminating experience. You were successfully employed, and yet you decided to come back to school. So tell me about that story.
Well, I always wanted to be an architect, and I started out in college as an architecture major. And once you start progressing in life and you get married and you have family and stuff, it's really hard to make that change. Just grateful for the chance to kind of go back and reconnect and refinish something that I'd started and had dreamed about. And I know that it's not always possible for everybody to get that kind of an opportunity. So I've always been real grateful for that.
Well, I congratulate you on following your dream, following your passion. It's sometimes a tough thing to do, pick up and start again. All right.
I try to embrace the challenges and the stuff with it, because that's what puts the value in it.
I love it. Okay, so now let's talk about who convinced who to start here.
I was not too worried about him saying that he wanted to go here. Worst comes to worst, I can just turn my head and be like, this guy, I don't know him. So I picked U of H first. There's no other industrial design degree in Texas, anywhere else.
I think that this is a great place to study architecture. What the University of Houston afforded me was a chance here in town to go. This really was the one opportunity for me too.
I'm guessing the bond, the connection between the two of you is a little bit stronger since you started?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's been a great experience. It's been fun to be able to share that with him. I mean, you look for something you want to do with your kids. Maybe you go rock climbing, or you're hunting, or you're doing something. Well, this is something that we have now. I asked his permission. I said, I don't want to be a helicopter dad. I'm not. It'll freak you out. I'll figure out another plan. But this is kind of what I'm thinking. And if you're cool with it, I'd be cool with it too.
It's about, whoever you are, wherever you are in your life, and what you can gain out of coming back to the university. So what kinds of products in particular have you either worked on or do you want to work on?
Every single one of my projects I've done in my studios have been completely different prompts. Junior year, we did a sponsored project for a startup EV company. And so they approached the college and they wanted to have some design concepts for their first electric vehicle.
All right, what about you?
We're currently doing a project over in the Second Ward. We're looking at multifamily, multi-generational housing. Architecture as a field, as a profession, is in a period of time where there's a realization that maybe architecture is focused too much just on the building itself and not on site or users or the community around it. That's what's really motivating me now at this point, is to maybe somehow make a contribution in that. So we don't have to talk about sustainable architecture. We can drop the term sustainable, because all architecture just naturally will become that way.
Is there anything else that you'd like to tell me that you didn't? And or do you have any questions for me? Hopefully not hard ones.
How do you get from anthropology to interviewing students? What's your motivation or what brings you to that part of it?
I love the job of provost. I love the ability to help make the university make a difference, but I don't get to spend as much time around students anymore. And so Provost Profiles is actually a great opportunity to find out about our amazing students, the kinds of things that you're interested in, what motivates you. So for me, this is probably one of my favorite things that I get to do at the university. Well, I've really enjoyed talking with both of you today. I'm fascinated to see what happens next, what kinds of products you develop, where you end up in your career. But thank you so much for spending time with me on Provost Profiles today.
Thank you.
Thank you.